you gave up over 200 yards on the ground to your former running back.
That they let go, didn't they? Like
Rico, that's why he's here. He's
front and center.
Front and center. Welcome to Saturday versus Sunday. I'm John Barbin. With me is Jeff Dover, and let's talk football.
We're a couple of football fans that watch college football and NFL. We hope that we can earn your like and subscribe today. We're here on our Kansas City road trip, going to the game tonight against the Lions. But this is our review of the Panthers Cowboys game. What's your initial thoughts?
Well, you can win a championship with a good defense, but I don't think you can just ride your offense the whole way there.
No, the Cowboys have a problem on defense, and it was really apparent today because they made Carolina look like a playoff contender, which they are now, but more so. You know what I mean?
I mean, you gave up over 200 yards on the ground to your former running back.
That they let go, didn't they? Like
Rico, that's why he's here. He's
front and center.
Front and center. That's 2 games in a row he's run for over 200 yards.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, the Panthers are number 3 in the league in rushing now, partly because of last week's game and now this week's game. But the stats I'm looking at only go up to last week, so they're a good rushing team. I'm assuming they'll be number 1 by the end of this game.
Yeah, and just a quick point: the Dowdy ran for 183 yards. The team ran for 216.
Sorry.
So just before people blast us in the comments.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, just a mere 183 yards. I mean, that is, man, when you give up 200 yards on the ground and then you only go for 30. You're just not. That's not a recipe. Okay, so Dallas has the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Yep.
By total yards gained, but it's the last defense in the league in total yards gained, but it doesn't work when you can't run the ball.
Yeah.
It's just gonna translate to not as many wins as you would hope for such a flashy statistic being the number 1 offense.
Yeah, no, you think being a number 1 offense that would cover up a lot of blemishes. You know what I mean? Like you would win a lot of games just by outscoring people, but you can't, because at the end of the day with football, like being able to control like the play clock, how long you have the ball for, like those are all critical things in the winning a game. And by not a defense that can't stop anything, or at least especially the run. If a team can run at will, then they can control the clock, they can control the possessions, like depending if they get it before and after the end of the half. And you just can't do it. And to your point with Dowdy, he was 183. Dowdle, you know what I mean?
Dowdy. Yep.
It's
this guy right here. This guy right here.
That's why it's on the screen. Yeah. But he had 183 yards, but the long was 15 and the average was 6.1. So it was just every run was successful, which is, to get that average, which is really crazy.
That also breaks a defense's will over time. Now, it's not like they ran away with this game. It was a great close game. It was a good game, but it's if to be able to impose your will on the other team in the running game, there's something to be said about that, and the psychology of the defense who constantly gets pushed around.
Yeah,
when another team can run on you.
No.
So I mean, in this game, the Dallas won the turnover battle. It was just they were clean. They didn't turn the ball over. So this is almost like a bit of a different Cowboys offense that doesn't really turn the ball over a whole lot, can throw for a lot of yards, but man, this run game, how many years now has it been? It's been a bit here, because Dowdle couldn't do this on Dallas.
No.
So it's not him. There's something up with the team.
That's really adds something to this matchup. Do you know what I mean? Because Dallas could not run the ball. They ran for 31 yards. Javonte Williams had 13 carries for 29 yards. And as a team, they ran for 31 total. And Dowdle was on that team and just ran for over 180. He's had back-to-back, like almost 200-yard games.
200 and over 200 last week.
Yeah. And that was on their team, and they can't do it. And because you're not going to win it. If you can only rush for 31 yards, it doesn't matter how much you pass for, you're not going to win that game. And it was just really like Prescott. There's a lot of people that have been crapping on Prescott, who's not good, and they can't do it with him and stuff. This was not his fault. He went 25 for 34 for 261 yards, had 3 TDs, no interceptions, wasn't sacked. Like, that was a great line, but they had no, they gave Carolina too many chances, and you just can't do it without being able to run the ball.
No, he's playing like MVP caliber Prescott. Like this is the Prescott that Jerry Jones paid. Let's say it that way.
Good point.
But this running game ain't gonna get it done, and you're dead last in defense.
Yeah,
I think they're third from the bottom in scoring defense, and so whatever, dead last in total yards, third last in scoring. That's that's not going to really get you anywhere, no matter how many points you put on the board. It's funny because you think, well, how about don't they offset? But they really, really don't. Like the Ravens are right there with them with the other worst defense in the league.
No, and we watched this game. To your point about the defense, it didn't really look like Bryce Young was under a lot of pressure. There was a lot of times where the pocket was pretty stable, and he was there, and he was allowed to deliver the ball. Like the Dallas only had 1 sack and 2 tackles for a loss, so that's unlike the Dallas team, the Dallas defense that we know of, which is really high pressure rate, a lot of havoc, and it didn't look like that today.
Yeah, so this might just turn into another unfortunate season for the Cowboys where there's some good pieces and they might squander one of the best offenses we've seen in a while here, but this just doesn't matter if you can't run it and then can't stop the run. I mean, this sounds like such an old cliche. If you can't run it and can't stop the run, you're not going to win, and that's exactly what's going on.
It is, but it is a cliche, but it's because it works.
Yeah,
that's how football games are won and lost. Mm-hmm. That's a big part of it.
I mean, the Panthers were almost perfectly balanced between run and pass. 216 on the ground, 199 in the air. You'll take that every time.
Yeah, no. So that's a good point about the total yards in this game, because Carolina had 410 yards in this game, which is a decent amount. Dallas had 292, so they held them under 300 yards, which is good. Like that's a good defensive effort, to hold a team under 300 yards, and it's just really jarring when only 30 of it was rushing. Like that's really stands out.
So, I mean, man, what can we say? Dallas is 2-3-1 now.
Yeah. And Carolina's 500 in a division that's pretty wide open, it feels like. So,
I mean, with the resurgence of the Giants what do we even make of Dallas in that division now? I mean, the Eagles, we know the Eagles have trouble on offense. There's something up with the Eagles offense.
Yeah.
The Giants have life in them now. With Dart, with Dart and Scadaboo, and that defense has pieces that look like they can play. Mm-hmm. Now they are missing their number 1 receiver for the whole year, but who knows when CeeDee Lamb's coming back.
Yep.
The Commanders are rounding into form.
Yep.
So are they 3 in the division right now? If you look at it that way,
could be 3 or 4, right? Because I wouldn't put them ahead of the Eagles yet, and I wouldn't put them ahead of Washington, and I think the Giants the last 3 games have played better than them. So, yeah,
it's just too bad. It's just too bad this offense doesn't have anything to go with it. And really, when we say this offense, we mean this passing offense.
Yeah, the passing offense is great, and then the rest of the team, it's a 3-part game, Barbin. You've always said that. So it's can't run the ball, need the defense to be there. And it's too much. And Aubrey is a fantastic kicker, which is great, but they can't overcome the defense and being able to run the ball themselves.
Yeah, it's just you max out one piece of the team and they just can't get it all together all at once.
No,
they can't get all the pieces together all at once. So, I mean,
it is also a coming out party for Pickens, right? Because that was when they got him in the offseason, this was sort of a dominant wide receiver 1 was what they were hoping. And he had a colossal game. So, and seems to have the attitude to go along with it in terms of being the number 1 receiver.
Yeah, he'll let you know he's the number 1 receiver. Exactly. But hey, he's filling in with the absence of CeeDee Lamb. He's taking over that number 1 role, and it's so obvious.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, nobody can actually cover this guy. Like he's a freak. He's kind of how many different teams have a guy that freaky?
No, not many. And that's why they got him in the offseason. It was targeted 11 times. He had 9 receptions for 168 yards and a TD. Like he looked really good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay. And I guess you could say Dowdle now is on his way to being one of the best running backs this year.
He had over 180 yards rushing, but he also had 56 yards receiving and a touchdown, receiving. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that he's a, Carolina's really happy they ended up with him. And if he continues to play this way, then Carolina's going to be a tough team going forward.
And we have to shout out McMillan, got his first NFL touchdown.
Yeah, got 2 of them.
2 today. So.
Yeah. No, and you said you had a good point. We're watching the game. This looks like the Bryce Young that they drafted. Like this is what they were hoping with the high draft pick, right? That you'd get someone playing like this with pass for 199 yards, 3 TDs. He had 1 interception.
But that bounced. That was a tip off. It was
totally a tip off receiver. But yeah, it's very efficient. And when you're running the ball well, that's exactly what you can win a lot of games like that.
Yeah, he was buying time, getting out of the pocket. He was doing all the Bryce Young stuff. Like that's 2 games in a row because he did a lot of that last week too in that win too. Yeah. Even though they had the massive running totals, he was finding space. He was buying his own time. anyone who didn't watch him in college, he could do that constantly. Like he was just constantly buying time, and now he looks like he's settled right back into himself.
Yes.
So
good point.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the guy they drafted, not whatever was going on in his rookie season and his second season there. So
yeah,
I mean, all right. So what can we say about both teams? Dallas is just this fun offense to watch, but it's really not going to translate into a lot of games. So.
That's what I was going to say. Like this is, I don't want to say it's the most fun I've had watching Dallas games, but I love, when there's a good offense and the other team's able to move the ball too, it's a very entertaining NFL game. So there was some today that were not entertaining. I'm thinking about the Rams game or in the Steelers game, but it was, they're entertaining to watch. Don't know how many you're going to win.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, there's going to be a lot of points and a lot of fireworks in the Cowboys game. Let's say it that way.
Yeah.
And then the Panthers, arrows pointing up for the Panthers. If you can, that's 2 games in a row. They went over 200 yards on the ground. They're against not necessarily the best defenses, but 200 yards is a lot, even against a bad defense.
Yep.
So this arrows are definitely pointing up for the Panthers. And it's not like anyone's necessarily going to run away with that division right now. So,
no. And if the next couple of teams are playing is at the Jets, are the Jets really good at stopping the run? No. Next game's at the Bills, better team. Are they really good at stopping the run? No. So that, Carolina's going to be a tough out for both those games.
Yeah, and they still have both of their games at the Bucs in the future, so that
those are going to be key.
So they can control their destiny here right now. I know it's early in the season, but it started off a little touch and go. But man, they're showing up strong right now.
That is a crazy schedule because the Bucs are 4-1 right now, and Carolina's 3-3 in their division, and then it's the third last game against the Bucs, and the last game is against the Bucs. They play them. That's crazy that they have the 2 division games. At the end of the last,
but some of them are like that. Some of them are like that. I don't know. All right. Well, is that everything on your list?
Yep.
All right. Well, we appreciate you checking out our video. We know our channel's small. We just started it last year. So if you like what we got going on and you'd like to support us, a like and a subscribe would go a long way to growing the channel. We'd super appreciate it. All right. So for Jeff Dover, I'm John Barbin, and that's your Saturday versus Sunday podcast.